swagger, okay? Regardless of what happens out there. Doesn't matter. Keep your swagger.
Hey, welcome into the Five Hole Fantasy Hockey Podcast. We are your hosts tonight, Alan and Jay. Man, Jay, what a crazy little few days since Sunday in the hockey world.
Oh my goodness, Alan! Like, where do we even get started? Where do we even? This season is the season.
I will definitely get to your Leafs, man. But yeah, we're here with the shutdown shift. Hopefully, your final shutdown shift you actually need for fantasy to help you shut down your opponent, secure that W. But as always, before we get into things, if you haven't already, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast from, make sure to subscribe there, like us, review us, whatever options there are. And then yeah, man, if you need last minute advice this week, or even if you play next week, get plugged into our Twitter, Discord. If we don't help you directly, there are plenty of other people there, a couple thousand people in our Discord who can willing to help you out there. But yeah, let's get into some headlines here. So first up, of course, this happens right after I record the show Sunday, but Bruce Cassidy out as Vegas head coach. John Tortorella, Insanity Incarnate, is the new head coach for the remainder of the regular and postseason. I don't know, Jay. Is there such a thing as too late for a new coach bump?
Oh, geez. I don't know, man. Torts. The last, Alan, correct me if I'm wrong, but is the last cup that Torts won in Tampa?
I think it was Tampa. Yeah.
It was that all those years ago, right? I don't know. It's a team that definitely is slumping at the wrong time, but I mean, they're also in the Pacific, like,
right. And I feel like they're the only reason they're in the playoffs is because they're out west, and it's, like someone said, it's a pillow fight out there.
If they had if they could convert half of their OT losses into wins, they'd be atop their division, right? So,
by a mile.
Hopefully, Torts basically. If it turns out, Alan, the only issue they had was a locker room issue, right? Just a couple of guys, need to be shouted at in the room from Torts or something, and it turns
got the right guy.
Turns out, yeah, great signing. We'll see how it goes.
It's going to be great to watch his pressers. God, I loved some of those. But yeah, I know typically they talk about new coach bump, like Tortorella is, and I'm sourcing this from Twitter. Yeah, one of the most common things is apparently Tortorella is good about getting most out of teams quickly. Well, there's some stats that are kind of mixed on that. So first 10 games with his new teams, several here. Philly, they went 5-5-0, missed playoffs. Columbus, 2-8-0, missed the playoffs.
Holy
Vancouver, 5-4-1, missed playoffs. New York Rangers, was it Rangers? I think it was the Rangers. 6-3-1, and then they lost in 7 in the first round. Tampa, the team that he would eventually win the cup with, they went 1-9-0, missed the playoffs. It just says New York again, so I don't know if this is to say they went back to the Rangers or if it was the Isles.
I think it was the Rangers.
But yeah, 0-3-1 and missed the playoffs. Now, I mean, there was some precedent. Wow, words are hard. So apparently it was New Jersey, I think back in like 2000 did this, like fired head coach like right before playoffs. And I think they won the cup that year, but I think the difference there was they had like a Vezina caliber goalie, which I don't know, Jay, is Aiden Hill a Vezina caliber goaltender this season?
Hey, that's Stanley Cup winning Aiden Hill, Alan. Anyway.
And Jack Johnson's a Stanley Cup champion, but that doesn't make him good.
Well, I mean, Alan, right now we do know that they managed to eke out a 4-2 win against Vancouver in game 1. So he's 100% record so far,
It's
Alan.
a
I
low bar.
mean,
And this freaking mate, I was ready to drop like in a do or die move, ready to drop Jack Eichel for this week. But after he had that like 2-point I think it was like a 2-point game on Saturday or Sunday or whatever.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I gotta keep him at least through Monday. And now I might as well just ride him the rest of the week.
You might as well. I mean, the thing is they're facing against Calgary, right? So that's going to be another game where like the team is trying to open through and be like, guys, score on us, man. We need to secure some draft picks. Obviously they're going to face Edmonton. That's not a barn burner. That's going to be a tough game all the way through, but no try.
And like we were talking about before the show, like Edmonton's gotten pretty interesting recently. I mean, I know Connor Ingram had that shutout yesterday. I'm still not interested in Edmonton goalies. Like even analytically, like I told you before the show, like since Paul Coffey returned to the team, it does appear that their team save percentage and their PDO is up by like 4 or 5 points. But now they're also, like you said, they're down Draisaitl. I don't know. I still just don't trust the team in front of whoever's in net there.
Alan, don't you worry. I know this will happen. Like we're gonna see the Oilers in the finals again. I don't know who they'll face, but God, an Oilers Sabres final, Alan, one can dream. That'd be crazy. But like
and then they lose again.
And then they lose again to the same. Oh man, that'd be nuts. But yeah, just seeing that whole thing transpire, like the Oilers are definitely the team where I was looking to see even before. I was like, oh, what's their schedule on? How's it looking? Like
Not great.
A team playing with something not to prove, to prove it's in the playoffs, but a team playing for some meaningful hockey down in April, a team that is on the up, a team that is swinging right side as opposed to, I guess, what's the other one? Like port side. That's the way to roll. It sucks, Alan, right now. If you were I don't want to shit on any team in particular, but like, for example, the Red Wings, like that is a tough pill right now.
Collapsing, man. You hate to see it.
It's like deja vu all over again. And
I forget
when we get off the wild ride.
March is just notoriously bad for them. There was like a post on Twitter that showed like their last, I think, 4 Marches, and it's all losing records. It's not good. Yeah, I need Gibson to stand on his head though for sure. 1 or 2 more starts this week. But yeah, the next bit of news here, big news is Brad Treliving out as Leafs GM. They haven't appointed anyone as interim GM. It sounds like they're gonna, I don't know. It sounds like they're gonna use ChatGPT or something over the summer to like find a replacement based on some I don't know, key phrases. What do you think, Jay? Was Treliving as bad as it may seem, or is this grass is greener and they're watching what Dubas is cooking in Pittsburgh and they're like, well, maybe we were wrong.
Jeez, I thought when you were talking ChatGPT, Alan, I thought we were like, are we going to get into palmistry and zodiac signs before we figure out who's going to end up coming in? The big one I would say too is just the Leafs fell into one trap this season, which, truth be told, like it's tough to judge yes or no when bounces in games and performances are, on thin margins. Really, Alan, like there's a lot of parity in this league. So if they had found a way last season in the playoffs to get through, maybe they go a lot further and we don't have these sorts of conversations, right? But instead Marner leaves, and this this iteration of it is there was talent that left last season that wasn't adequately replaced, but it was also done with a general manager that was, he was operating with a win now mentality, right? He was trading away picks, he was trading away things and trying to get stuff that now in hindsight you're like, wait, shit, this team didn't even make the playoffs. Like, what the fuck were you doing, man? But
right. Good little Brandon Carlo trade.
Right. It's really rough when they look at some of the other guys that were given up. Like what was the other guy like that went to Boston? Was it Minton?
Fraser Minton, yeah.
Fraser Minton, just guys that made like Fraser Minton is exactly the kind of guy where if you put him on a team, he's going to be like a Connor Brown style, give you good third, fourth line minutes now, which is the depth scoring that you need on a sort of competitive environment, competitive team. I don't know. It looks horrible to be a guy, to be a GM that's like, like this. There's no one to blame, but like heads have to roll after a season like this. But I do wonder, Alan, if there was anyone else that we could, like they wanted to change, so they had to get rid of somebody. That's the feeling that I'm getting.
Well, I hear Pete Chiarelli is available, so yeah, we'll see what happens in the summer. Oh man.
Oh no.
Next up, injuries. Artem Levshinov, Matt Grzelcyk out for the season. So instead of maybe giving Sam Renzel power play 1, or I don't know, try calling up another prospect or something. Hawks are experimenting with a 5-forward power play. I don't know. Hawks don't have like an exciting schedule this week or next. So I'm just saying next, literally, and just I'd find someone else to pick up here. Panthers pretty much initiating full tank mode, and they've announced a handful of players that are not going to return this season. Sam Reinhart, Brad Marchand, Anton Lundell, Evan Rodriguez. I mean, redraft leagues, obviously just drop those guys if you're still in this far. And then of note, Ekblad did leave last night's game with a hand injury. It wouldn't surprise me if they just go ahead and shut him down for the season as well. But yeah, Jay, I mean, they have those 2 games against the Penguins this weekend. I mean, are we even interested in any Panthers at this point, or are we stacking Penguins for Sunday?
No, I definitely think, Panthers, feel free to grab some of those guys. I mean, these are just easily ownable guys, right? So right now, for example, if I'm going to click into like Sam Skavich, right? Like dude normally gets, it says he's averaging 14 minutes, but it says the past few nights he's even gotten up,
probably like
ticked
18.
up to like 17, 18 minutes. Like I think there's value in terms of not necessarily production, but in, I guess, just minute share, that I think if you are hesitating or running out of guys to jump to on teams, hell yeah, just swing by down in South Florida and see. Well, not South Florida. Swing by to the south to Florida, and then grab a couple.
Gotcha. Yeah, and then next up, Salad Man, Cale Makar left Monday's game with an upper body injury. Expected to miss some time. It sounds like they're load managing / just maintenance to make sure that he is full health for the playoffs. So big news of the day. Looks like Sam Malinsky is quoted as power play 1. So far after 1 period, I haven't checked if I don't think there's been a power play in the second period here, but it looks like Brent Burns and Sam Malinsky are the guys getting power play time. Looks like it was split pretty evenly, so I couldn't tell who was on what unit, but yeah, definitely if Sam Malinsky's available, hopefully you picked him up earlier today. If not, you should have. This is exactly why you should follow us on Twitter, so you can see these things. I don't know, Jay.
Am I seeing this right, Alan? They're in a 2-4 losing effort right now to Vancouver midway through the second.
Vancouver just scored again, 4-2. Not how I thought tonight would go.
No, but it could be a heroic effort to come back to secure the 2 points, which we hope to God Malinsky is part of. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, he had an assist tonight, so that's you've already been paid dividends if you picked him up earlier today. I don't know if you didn't pick him up today. Do we think he's still worth picking up for at least this weekend? Never mind, like looking ahead to week 24 if you're in that.
Oh, I think so, Alan. I think at this point in the season, like your top power play D guys, like you gotta give him a swing, right? Like this is the time in the season where I'd really want high upside. Now, having said that, I do think I would differentiate it if I was the team ahead. I would probably just stick with floor players. But if I was the team swinging for the fences, needing to catch up to win, hell yeah, this is the kind of upside that wins you championships.
Yeah, Yadi. And then another big injury, Cutter Gauthier, the Anaheim Ducks, also left Monday's game. He is expected to be back this weekend, however. So they think they play the Friday and then the Sunday, right? Or is it Friday, Saturday?
Oh, let's check. So it's.
I think it's the Friday, Saturday.
I think the Ducks play Friday and Saturday. Yeah. So, I mean, great Saturday sked against Calgary, but
Yeah.
well, Circler makes a decent point. Let's see. So, just for the sake of this week, would it be
Is it only well? So he'd go in on the busy Saturday, and then play Sunday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you missed him, I don't know. I might go Broberg. If you want like someone who's going to avoid Saturday. Also on like Power Play 1, I think Philip Broberg and them. I'm spoiling later in the show, but I think I don't know. I think if you missed Malinsky today,
Malinsky was a good play for today. If you got him today, it was a great play.
I think Broberg might be someone worth looking at. But yeah, and then last up here,
playing meaningful hockey though, Alan. They frig, it's the West. They are playing meaningful hockey. Yep, Broberg stocks all the way.
Yeah. Even I saw today like somehow Winnipeg is 1 point back of a playoff spot after they sold off. So who knows?
Just Western Conference things. Oh, man.
I know, pillow fight. But yeah, last up here, Brian Rust, Pittsburgh Penguins, was a late scratch last night with a lower body injury. So that top six, if you're trying to get a piece of that, if you can fit them in Thursday and Saturday, you had Chinikov, Crosby, Raquel, and then second line was Mantha, Novak, Malkin.
Mantha is the name that's got to stand out, right?
Yeah, like we were saying before the show, 5 points in 3 games.
Yeah,
gotta love that, especially if you slotted him in for both games to start the week.
Beautiful.
But yeah, looking at the weekend preview here, schedule. Now I know we got Trevor in the chat asking for some Friday streams. So like kind of the prime weekend schedule. There really only is one. If you to maximize starts, it's Philly. They have Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Now Martone, they're high end,
right?
Well, and the Blues. But I mean, if you can fit them in Thursday too.
No Thursday, yeah.
Martone, their high-end prospect, he did play on a line with Konechny and Dvorak, also saw Power Play 1. 5 shots in that first game, nothing to show for it. But, I mean, you got to love someone who can come in and make an impact like that. Probably someone, I don't know, Jay, I forget who they play. So Detroit on Thursday, Isles on Friday, Boston on Sunday.
Tough matchup, but could be actually invertedly good opportunity for Bangs.
Yeah, and you got to hope they have more games like Washington, where it was 6-5. Maybe they lost, Vladar didn't do anything for you, but some of these other guys, these forwards, maybe did something for you. I would say just go check on Owen Tippett too. 56%, 6 points in 4 games, and I mean I don't know. This is always nice to just go check the wire for guys that got dropped in desperation. Like I was too slow. I was waiting to time it better, but Konechny was available in one of the leagues. Well, the league I'm still alive in. I was just waiting for later in the week to pick him up, but he's gone. So yeah, it'd just be like check and see if any of those guys got dropped. I mean, is there anyone? I think we have Risto is getting Power Play 1 right now there in Philly. Is there anyone you're looking at, Jay?
Yeah, I think the prime guys to target for that day, like where's Chris Kreider sitting at, right? Like right now, Power Play 1 line 1 guy.
Yeah.
Because Trevor was saying that all the prime guys are gone. Right?
Let's say I mean, if we're looking specifically at Friday, I mean, what do we got? How's Troy Terry doing? Right, that was who I picked up over Granlund.
Or if we're really feeling it, I don't know. Like, what's his? I was even go down deep into the well, Alan, and I was like, what do we feel about our boy Michkov? But no, I can't double back after.
No, I mean, especially with oh my gosh, with Martone there, like you're not gonna. Michkov is donezo.
He's got
unless you're in a very very deep league.
Broberg, as you mentioned, is probably the D guy. So I would say like we'll isolate the guys into which categories that are
Yeah.
available. I think wingers, top guy, Troy Terry, as you mentioned. Kreider also worth considering. And then I think the D guy, definitely Broberg. You hit the nail on the coffin now. And I think
Yeah.
that's the guy that's
Yeah.
the nail on dude to target.
Yeah, I would say speaking of Broberg, yeah, I mean that's the only other team really you can target here for the weekend and avoid Saturday. We have 15 games on Saturday? Like,
Yeah. Everyone's
yeah,
playing.
it's like everyone's.
Teams
Yeah,
aren't.
well, everyone
Teams
but
aren't playing.
2 teams. But yeah, I mean that's St. Louis is the only other team you could really target here to try and avoid that Saturday and get like the most of the ad. Of course, you can spot start guys, but yeah, I mean, Jake Neighbors 11%, 4 points in 3 games could be a sneaky little ad. I mean, if you need category coverage, Mayhew's out there. I mean, he's getting power play too, but it's something. But it's nice if you can get Broberg, well, either Broberg or Neighbors, because it does seem like the Blues are running like a true power play 1 at the moment. And yeah, I mean, those are the guys that are on it. It's and that top line of Rob Tom, Holloway, and Snuggie.
Sure.
But yeah, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, it's a lot of guys that again you're probably not going to get on like the Saturday, Sunday. So you're looking for Hail Marys on Sunday, Jay, and
the other guy I was mentioning, I was thinking just to Trevor's question was, where do we stand on like Noah Cates? Because it looks like he also on the Flyers is getting a power play 1 deployment, which kind of is news to me, right? I was thinking like, oh my goodness, like center 3 guy, but I don't know if he's there just as a net front. I don't know if he's there as an additional option just to take more face-offs, but
that could, I mean, a lot of power plays seem to have that, like that second center there, maybe to take face-offs, or if some guy gets tossed, then
for
they
sure,
push
you still
that,
have a
push
guy to
that
win
guy
the
out
draw.
there. Yeah.
And it looks like he's actually producing on the power play as well, right? 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 assists. Like this is a guy that's like,
yeah, I mean, 4 points in 4
weird.
games.
Yeah, kind of cooking on the power play, which is kind of
well, you know what? I think that game against Washington is like throwing all of this stuff off because even it's like, hey, Christian Dvorak, hey, 4 and 4. Even Jamie Drysdale, you know, he's got a couple points in 4 games. It's
right. Is this sustainable deployment that we are seeing? Is this sustainable production that we are witnessing? I know what you
we can hope. I mean, this is, you know, for fantasy what we had, what we wanted from the Rangers last week, but friggin' they just decided to hit snooze.
Holy smokes, Cates is gone and Martoni.
Even Martone, that's
everyone is grabbed. He is not. Trevor, you weren't kidding when you said everyone was taken, and holy smokes, I guess Alan, if we're saying other names too, like how deep in the well do we dig, right? Like we're not talking Mason McTavish at this point, right? You know what I mean? Like it's a tough go at this point of the season. You're gonna have to really like do some serious mining, Trevor.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, Pia Suter, like on the Blues, like he's got a couple points in 3 games. It just or Dvorsky on the Blue. It just, yeah, it's other than
it's truly championship week, Alan.
Yeah. Which you'd think it'd be almost the opposite because it's like it's fewer people playing, going for those ads. I don't know. I don't know. Do we want to talk about any of these like Friday, Sunday single games?
It's so difficult at this point because it really is a matter of who is available, right? Like
the
Sunday is going to have a wider range for sure, but I think right now burning an ad for a Friday, it would feel bad just to grab one just for those 4 teams on the 2 game slate. So I would say, just as Alan mentioned before, try to get either the Anaheim back-to-back on Friday, Saturday, or I guess
I mean, assuming you can fit him in on Saturday, that's the cruddy part.
Yeah, the Isles also have that same back-to-back as well. But if not, I think Philly and St. Louis are your best bet if you can grab a
16 team, that'll do it.
Yeah,
that'll do it.
Dying for a single game. Oh my goodness, jeez. Yeah. Feel free to DM. We'll help pick it apart.
Yeah. So yeah, we can skip that. We'll just goalie streams here, man. Friday, Saturday. and there's only 2 teams that have that. Like you kind of just said there, Jay, Anaheim and the Islanders. I don't know. It's St. Louis, Calgary. I mean, if you get the Calgary game, I think Mrazek's out, so it's Ville Husso, who I think has been okay in his last couple games. Yeah, I don't know if I want either of those starts. And the Isles, man, what was it? Oh my gosh, Sorokin. There we go. Names are hard. Sorokin got lit up, Monday. And do we chance Dave Riddick start against even Philly?
I mean, Dave Riddick got blown up, didn't he too? Oh no, sorry. He got
they gave
he got thrown in. Yeah. And he still got blown up when he got thrown in. 2 saves and 1 goal against. Oh my god.
Oh man, and
that's a way to ruin again. That. Yeah. Sorry, do you say the Canucks scored again?
Canucks scored again. It's 5-2 Canucks.
Geez. Well, Malinsky, I hope to God you're able to.
I know, come on, man. Hat trick. Sam Malinsky hat trick. I'm manifesting it.
But it is a really difficult time, I think, to hold either Sorokin or Riddick stocks, right? Like, let's see. So if the play is that they're going to be playing on a back-to-back, I'm assuming Sorokin takes the first one, right? Which gives Riddick value pretty limited upside, right?
Yeah, like, I was like, I don't want Riddick against Carolina. That's
no
disgusting.
Geez. Yeah. Having said that, Sorokin played not last night, but 2 nights ago. No.
Yeah, he played Tuesday. But he got both games in the back-to-back. Yeah, I mean, Sorokin, he put up a 906 against Buffalo, which is respect. He still lost, but still respectable start.
And against the top team in the East. Holy smokes, Alan! I can't believe I'm saying
which is weird. We live in the weirdest timeline, Jay.
What a timeline!
But yeah, Saturday, Sunday starts. Boston. I mean, Korpisalo against Philly. I'm good with that. Carolina.
I want that. Yeah.
Carolina. Sounds like Bussy's back to being the good goalie again. 53% owned. Freddie's last 2 starts were a couple of roast beef sandwiches. But it's I don't know which start Bussy will get.
Right.
I don't know. Is Ottawa collapsing? I don't know. Allmark just got pulled.
The
Isles that could be pretty even.
I think of the 2 we want. Ottawa. I think. This is quite a week for the Carolina Hurricanes. They're playing all the wildcard teams that they could potentially play in round 1.
Yeah. And Detroit, I don't know. I mean, Talbot's back. Not interested in a Talbot start. Gibson seems to be barely holding it together as much as I need him to. I'm not interested. I don't want a Tarasov start from Florida again either night against Pittsburgh.
Right.
Minnesota, I mean, Wallstead could be out there, 46% owned. I don't know if you want to take a chance on that. I mean, maybe against Detroit. Either one of those could be pretty good starts.
I think Ottawa the Detroit start is the one that we want. I think Detroit is the one we want. Yeah.
Montreal, there we go. They have a home and away. Montreal and New Jersey play each other. Dobis just on fire right now. Hopefully you picked him up last week for Sunday and you're just still riding hot. Yeah, I think kept Tampa to 1 goal last night. I mean, Jersey, you could
he's really
Jake Allen, but no thanks.
He's really on fire. What, 6 starts out of the last 9, right? 6 out of the last 8. Yeah, it's a really.
We have Dobis Fowler is our tandem for the Habs right now.
Right.
The Rangers, I mean, they still have Garand down or Garand. You're not going to get Shesterkin on waivers. Alex Lyon, if Alex Lyon, someone in the chat's asking, would you start Alex Lyons Thursday against Ottawa? If either of those goalies are available on the waivers, I would take a chance on them.
Yeah,
it's like even the best goalies have like a bad game or two, and I do feel like after Lyons' last was his last game he just got lit up. It's like, man, like he got a lot of people dropped him, but I didn't see the point. Unless it was scheduled. I didn't think about it.
No, he got pounded that game and he's still 909, right? So I mean, like looking at scheduling wise, like yes, they only have 2 more games this week. But it's not as though either of those games, like that's against what? Like Capitals and Sens. So I don't know. I feel like either start is a very winnable game for a team trying to secure its place at the top of the standings.
Yeah. Ottawa, I mean, I don't know about Ullmark, but James Reimer, 4 wins, 4 quality starts in his last 5. I mean, I don't like those matchups though. Minnesota and Carolina, I'd pass. Now Pittsburgh though, I back-to-back against Florida. Is that both? Yeah, both at home. I mean, both of those goalies are still pretty out there and available. Skinner, 45%. Even Shelobs was okay enough on Monday. So yeah, but hopefully you picked up like hopefully you picked up Skinner if you're going to pick one of them for the week, because I imagine he gets Thursday after just keeping, I forget who they played last night. Yeah, keeping the Red Wings to 1 goal. You got to think Skinner gets Thursday plus one of these back-to-back games.
Yeah, I think the goal right now is to make sure that both their guys stay healthy all the way in, right? Like this is a team that has found itself from it's still crazy in me, Alan, but yeah, this team's found itself in rather pole position in the Metro, right?
Probably the one team that unanimously was like, this is not a team that's they're gonna be playing for the McKenna lottery, not the playoff.
Right. McKenna sweepstakes. Yeah. I think that was literally the Pittsburgh joke, right? Like all the way through the season. I think we even played into it, Alan.
And would you like to buy a gently used Erik Karlsson? Like that's what and God, what a renaissance he's been having lately. Washington, Charlie Lindgren, I don't know. I'm not maybe against the Rangers, but I definitely Lindgren against Buffalo. No, thank you.
Right.
But moving ahead to next week, if you play next week, so it is like a quote double week. It's really like a week and a half here, but 2 best teams schedules to target here. San Jose has 7 games, 4 off nights. Probably some really good streaming options there for the week, like Dmitry Orlov, yes. And then 7 games, 3 off nights. You got Seattle, who is pretty much just one giant streaming board. But I don't know. I would say Bobby McMahon kind of. I mean, I know Seattle just got shut out, but Bobby McMahon probably the guy to target there. If you have an ad left over or something, but worse schedules: 4 games, 2 off nights. You got the Rangers, you got the Capitals. And then 4 games with only 1 off night. Boston, Islanders, Pittsburgh. So yeah, we did this last show. I think it's worth revisiting, but some do or die drops here. Washington, man, looking ahead. Their first game is Wednesday. Then they have the Saturday, Sunday back-to-back, and they finished the season Tuesday, Jay. Do we think? I don't know. I mean, I know Ovi's kind of had a few goals scored lately. I feel like I reverse jinx that. I don't know. I have Chikrin. I have Chikrin in the league. If I go on to next week, it's tough. Like he's been my best defenseman in that league all season. It's hard to justify when I don't know. Was someone like Brandon Montour maybe out there, or maybe if I check and someone's dropped Vince Dunn. I don't know. Where do we think the line is on Washington?
Alan, he's your namesake. You can't do it. You can't do it to your team.
No, yeah. For those not in the know, like in that league, like I named my team "Take Me to Chick."
Can't do it to your team, but
I know.
Joking aside, yes, absolutely. Like, especially like a Vince Dunn, especially like a whatnot. Like, I think you can overplay the hand, but I think if you can get 7 games to the exclusion of 4. I think it is a no-brainer. I think you do want a guy that is like, even if the guy is only 80%,
That's
90% of the other
tough,
player.
especially not even playing until Wednesday is their first game. So you could have easily picked up like, what is it? Is it the Sharks or the? It's either the Sharks or the Kraken have like the Monday, Wednesday to start the week. I could get in 2 games to Chikrin's 1. And then still
And it does
come
depend on
ahead.
ads. It does depend on ads available as well. But I would say like this sort of aggressive adding that Al and I are discussing. I think if you have 4 ads or more, you can pretty safely and comfortably move ahead and try to target that sort of angling.
I mean, but where do we think the line is to drop on Washington? Is everyone on this team droppable? I mean, do we think that maybe like Ovi and Chikrin might be the guys that you really got to think about?
Well, I would say the line for me is always and has always been Dylan Strome down, and I would say Dylan Strome himself is kind
Even
of
Dylan
like
Strome.
Yeah. So I would say the top 3 guys I would not consider. Wilson, Chikrin, Ovechkin. I would probably say hold on to those bad boys. And then Dylan Strome
especially in the
down.
Bangers League, yeah.
Yeah, and Dylan Strome down I would say is well, see what happens. But past Dylan Strome, I think it's pretty hard to argue like unequivocally that with that sort of schedule, with those gaps between games, that every single one of those caps, like they're worth their medal, they're worth their time. I think Dylan Strome is kind of he's kind of like the, what do you call it, like the flipped player. Like you can say he's worth it or not worth it, but anyone below him, I think you can safely hit the negative red negative button.
And then Rangers here, only 2 games in that first week, Wednesday and Saturday. And then they finished the season on the road versus the 2 Florida teams on Monday and Wednesday. Season ends Thursday. I mean, do you think that schedule may be too sparse, too spread out? That maybe, I mean, if you've been holding on to Laugh, I would say he might be droppable at this point. I mean, what do we think about guys like Mika, Trocheck, Shesterkin, who, how many starts does he get in those 4 games?
Alan, how could you not mention our Lord and Savior JT Miller?
Yeah. Oh my God, best trade ever.
Oh my goodness,
someone.
But it's so true. Like, these guys are playing for nothing. They just got eliminated.
Goal.
Oh, thank goodness.
But now it's 6-3.
Just more goals for him to be on the right side.
That's right.
Just more goals. But yeah, like this team is playing for nothing. I would even say too, like Mika, Trocheck, those guys, maybe in a Bangers, even Will Cooley, but like those guys down. Everyone else is kind of. Well, JT, obviously, if you drop him as the unicorn, he's going to slot into many different many different lineups.
Even
and rosters.
Cooley, I would argue, you could pick up someone from like San Jose or Seattle that's going to give you more starts, but also give you those bangs.
Yes,
that Cooley would get, but
I would also say too. And I would also say Cooley is not like a guy that people recognize. He's a fantasy relevant player, but real commonplace managers probably don't know Will Cooley. So I think he's even like a weird sort of you can almost tap into the lack of knowledge where you can drop him and probably nobody's gonna you won't even float to the top of people's like waiver wire lists.
No.
I think for this team, Mika Trocheck, JT, and Adam Fox, I think those guys, if you drop them, you're never getting them back. But everyone else's side, I think, is fair game. Like, work with what you got.
Yeah. I mean, and for context, I would say it depends on who's on the wire too, right? Like Adam Fox, I don't know. You could drop Adam Fox for, I don't know, Dmitry Orlov. He seems to be holding down power play 1 in San Jose. Right. Like, do we think that that's, 3 more games? It's access to Celebrini. I don't even think the Rangers have a single 100-point player. I mean, Celebrini just hit 100 points.
I would do it if Orlov was around and you had an Adam Fox sitting around. I would say if you can.
Now this is redraft leagues, people. Like, don't come crying to us in your like dynasty keeper leagues where it's like, yeah, man, I dropped Adam Fox because you told me to.
Well, the one I was wondering as well is that Adam Fox still plays from Thursday onward, right? So I'm like, do we have to get those early games in? And yes, we do, right? Like those first 3 days are still going to be relevant fantasy days.
Yeah.
The other one is there an angle to play where you can grab him and if Fox is still around later, then you can still tap back into the Fox? Because obviously if that it's tough. It's tough. But I would say the upside of those first 3 days and getting 2 games out of there is well worth it if you're going to get access to Celebrini, as we mentioned.
And then, I mean, last team I had here, just first glance, was Isles. The first game is Thursday versus Toronto, and then they finish the season by next Tuesday. So their season, like their games are pretty compressed. Like I don't know. To me, could I pick someone else who maybe plays a lot more? Like again, San Jose, Seattle. But I mean, where's the line, right? Like I was looking to drop in Barzal until he scored. I think he had a goal and an assist or something like that. I'm getting truly hard up for like, how can I maximize my freaking games? Swear I'm not benching anyone on the busy days.
And Barzal is making it incredibly difficult, as these sort of players do, where they show up and give you that extra oomph of doubt. Oh my goodness. I do think, looking at the names down the list, Alan,
I mean, obviously Schaefer, like you cannot drop him because he's going to give you something all 4 of those games.
No, yeah, absolutely not. But I would say Pajot, Anders Lee down.
Oh yeah, it does. Like, I think. I feel like Pajot's like a categories guy. I don't think that's a points play.
Right.
But I mean, what about like Bill Horvat, Matthew Barzal? Do we hang on to one or both of those guys? Are they both droppable?
I think you can't get rid of Barzal. You can't get rid of Barzal. But I would say not Barzal. Sorry, I don't think you can get rid of Horvat. But I think Barzal is like his right wing eligibility changes things, Alan, because then you're also getting into guys where
it's a little easier to slot him in.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say probably if you were holding on to him and he was giving you value, or you were already needing him to give you value, you're not going to likely get additional value out of dropping him at this critical stage. Having said that, at 81%, I think if you got rid of Barzal early, do it in a way where you can get him. You offer yourself the option where when he pops back on Wednesday or pops back on Thursday, that, like, keep him on your star list. You know what I mean? Like, I probably still want games of Thursday onward Barzal over anybody else in the wire, but I do want those early first 3 games. Like, winning the league is all about maximizing games. Outplaying your opponent oftentimes is literally playing your opponent, right? So I think that for win the league in those first 3 games of the championship week and then reassess from there. Use your ads. Use your ads, buds.
But yeah, man, this is it for some of you guys. Hopefully, and the Mokar thing is exactly why I hate playing like right up to the end, because it's so many of these stars that are just like, well, they're hurt just enough. Take it easy from here. They'll just rest you the rest of the way. But yeah, good luck to everyone. And again, if you're not already Discord, Twitter, hit us up if you need anything, have any questions. But good luck to everyone. And hopefully, if you're still, you'll play next week. Hopefully we talk to you next week. Take care of yourselves and each other.
We'll pick you up later.